Alright, g'day guys, RisingFunGaming, and we're back once again. This time around we're in the old desert. Just about to head out now. We're going to have some curious things scattered throughout the map. Let's see if that doesn't give you a hint as to what we're fighting today. Hint the first, and the last. Curious little sand piles. Those that played Monster Hunter back in 3rd generation already know who it is. Those that jumped in at 4U are like, might not know this. Well, returning in Monster Hunter Generations is the good old Nibelsnarf. And he's hiding from me at the moment. You can always tell which sand pile is his by the expulsion of sand nearby. I'm not going near you. Not going close. There we go. Don't want to get Shoryugeki'd. Nibelsnarf style. Good hop. Alright. Nibelsnarf. Got a big head. Some of it's weaker than the rest of it. I think a lot of people get into the habit of going, right, as long as I'm hitting the head, I'm doing pretty well. Apparently Nibelsnarf's got some harder parts of his head compared to others, so you always should be, with your cutting damage, trying to aim for his big bulbous snout or the gills to the side here. They're rather good places. Or if you get him in a position... Oh! There's his big sandblast. Or one of his sandblasts. If you get him in a position to be vulnerable and him opening his mouth, shove your lance right up its throat. There's another good spot. Cool dudes. Alright, we're just showing our first hunter art that we've equipped here. We're using lance today, as you can see. I'm using striker style, by the way. And striker style is cool because, as you probably know by now, we can equip 3 hunter arts. The first one that we just did there was the absolute evasion. It's the more aggressive type of absolute evasion. It's the one that either unsheathes or keep you unsheathed. You might have noticed a little blue ping when I did it. If you didn't, look out for it next time I use it. And that's to signify that you get a little bit of sharpness back. Kind of reminiscent of what Regios weapons did in 4U. And indeed this game. Hasn't lost that mechanic, thankfully. It's a good mechanic. Go near the gills. You use his claws in many of his materials too, or many of his weapons and armors I should say, so it's always good to get a good break on those. So I can get either the leg or the gills when you're to the side of him, you're doing an okay job I guess. I know that the upward striking lance, that is more powerful, but he's so low to the ground sometimes you just want to get guaranteed hits and just go along. So I'm going to do that evasion, have a look for the little shing as soon as I stop blocking. Wing! Pretty cool. You can see that I'm unsheathed. The other 2 hunter arts that we've got are lance specific ones. We've got guard rage 1 and we've also got screw thrust 1. I'm going to try to do screw thrust 1 in a sec. Actually, now's a good time for this. Okay, good old Nibelsnarf, for those that don't know. When he goes to do that... Huh? I was just... Oh, there! That happened super late. What happened there is you could see him doing his big diving chomps. And if you put a bomb out in the way, he swallows it and it eventually explodes in him. Putting him in this unique little vulnerable state that I don't think you see with any other monster. Whereby you can fish them out of the ground. Which is a big elaborate way to get him rolling around vulnerable for a bit. Rather tasty. So that's a fun thing that you can do with Nibelsnarf. You can also use sonic bombs to get him out of the ground. A little bit like Cephadrome. I want to use my hunter art here. Screw thrust. Cool, and we broke him. Now we've got a huge opportunity to go straight for that tonsil uvula type thing, and that's such a devastating thing to him. Put him in this little fishing mode again. I'm going to fail it here because I started it really late. which is fine by me because these videos are all about showing all the different features of the monsters as well as weapon mechanics and whatnot, and it's pretty cool to see what he can do to you when you screw that up, you don't do it in time. You're going to get hurt. Alright, he's off in 3. I guess I'll go this way. I'm super lazy, so I brought this. It'll shave maybe 10 seconds off my journey time. Worth it. Okay, so he's off in the little oasis area. He usually goes there when he's just about to die. He's not at that stage this time. He will flee there. He'll either flee here or to area 2. Alright, let's talk a little bit more about striker style lance as well. Because obviously with striker style you get this big benefit of having your Hunter Arts charge when you get attacked, not only when you're attacking, as well as the ability to equip 3. But there's a few downsides with striker style for all weapons. And you lose quite a few things with lance. It's a little bit elaborate. Just do this guard rage. Oh boy, that was interesting. Thought he was going to sweep that a bit earlier, so we'll try to get that Hunter Art out a little bit later. But anyway, as I was saying, you lose a few things. You lose 3 things specifically, so let's go down the list. First thing that you lose, when you've got your weapon drawn, usually if you press X and A, you've got this little sideways swipe with the lance, which is kind of nice to get rid of smaller enemies out of your way and things like that. You can also use it at the end of a running joust attack, where you can kind of spin around and do a swipe back at the monster if you've run past it. That is, whoops, I didn't mean to go up. That is gone. Second thing that we're losing is something that was introduced with 4th generation, and that's the B button jump in the middle of a running joust. That's gone. Is he going to come back for another one? Okay, I was going to put a bomb down. So that's gone. You can't do the big jump thrust. You can still do your jump attacks. If you... Yeah, I'll show you. If you do the running joust off the edge, you can still do that, but you just can't press the B button on the ground to get that jump. And the third thing that you miss, and some of you might have noticed already, huge awesome thing was introduced with Monster Hunter Cross. Oh, getting too greedy, mate. And that's the multi-hit at the end of a 3-hit combo. Usually it's boom, 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 boom. And you get multi-hits and you get multi-element chucked into the monster's body, which is always awesome. But you don't get that in Striker. I see that you get so many advantages already. They're going to take out lots and lots of things. But not only do we get the aforementioned benefits from using Striker with the Hunter Arts and whatnot, but there's another advantage on top of that, can you believe? There's quite a lot to the mechanics here, isn't there? So the other positive thing that you get is, we'll try to show it off a little bit later too, back to the running joust side of things. When you do the running joust, right at the end of it, when you do the poke, and I'll just show you what I mean here. Let's do it. I can correct myself really fast out of that. You see that back hop there? Or if I want to do a side hop, that's really fast compared to all other styles, because doing that run and the thrust gives you so much forward momentum that, you know, inertia is going to keep you in place for a while. And that's something that can, I guess, keep you quite aggressive, which works in beautifully with Striker style, I guess. That's very interesting. I like that mechanic. Now, the one thing that I really want to show off before we put this guy in the ground for good is this Hunter Art Guard Rage 1. I think I've done it in a previous video in the playthrough, so it's no huge deal if we don't get it. It's currently hiding underground somewhere. I have no idea where. That could be That could be the place, I'd say. I better be careful, I don't want to kill it. But how can I resist poking that big nose? Or at least attempting to. I'll chuck another one. Also, I might try to go for a ride because that's going to be something that people coming from 3rd gen have never seen before. Yeah, awesome. Got it. If you were curious what a Nibelsnarf ride looked like, here you go. And he's a little bit hard to predict, like which one of his moves can actually throw you off. A lot of them look like they can. Oh, I might do a screw thrust. Don't kill him, please. Good. We shall let him live, and we'll meet him in the oasis. All for the sake of this hunter art. Now the hunter art that I'm hoping to get off in a second is, as I said before, Guard Rage. And Guard Rage is rather nifty. It's something where you'll absorb the power of a monster's attack and you'll transfer it to your lance. Now, depending on how strong that attack is, you'll get a different color on your lance, and that's going to dictate how powerful your lance is for the next while. The different levels of this hunter art, there's 3 levels in total. You'll get a different duration of that buffed lance at the end. Alright, come at me, mate. Yes, okay, I got lucky there because sometimes that can be a multi-hit attack. One last thing I'd like to mention about Lance is, I'll also try to do it here, there's quite a bit to it, isn't there? This Striker Lance. I was saying that you lose the multi-hit at the end of a 3-hit combo. However, if you do... Yes! I exhibited it right there. I had to be silent so I could concentrate, but we got it. I think he might be ready for a bomb. Yeah, so if you do a... Oh no, he's not ready for a bomb. Actually, here, force feed you. If you get the counter attack and you do the follow-up counter poke, it looks like you get a multi-hit. So once again, you lose the multi-hit at the end of a 3-hit counter. I mean a 3-hit combo. But it looks like you retain it. I don't know if it's in its full glory, but you do get a multi-hit at the end of a counter. Oh man, that was a pretty long fight for a low rank, but I'm so very happy. I think we've shown almost everything to do with Lance rather. Yeah, I don't think I missed a damn thing. Well, I hope you guys have really enjoyed that video and have learnt quite a lot. This is RisingFunGaming signing off in his Ludroth gear. Not very fitting for the desert, poor hunter. And we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye for now.